Good morning, everyone. I want to talk about the experience with the lifestyle windows from Pella and their steady set install. So we purchased these windows and we got them with steady set thinking we were going to install them, but they had a reasonable promotion to have them install it for a decent price. I think it was around $3,500 total, and I think we have 20 some windows. So I think that if I was doing this again and using steady set and they were installing, I wouldn't use it. Did us no good in the sense that we weren't installing it, but the downstream effect to us was impactful in terms of our work effort. So you'll see the steady set's already in place. Steady set system's already used in place with these clips. And the issue here is that we're doing a drywall wrap. And when you're doing a drywall wrap, that would typically come in front of this 2x4 here if these clips weren't here. But because these clips were here, 1, 2, 3, if they put the drywall here, you'd have this huge gap between the bottom of the clip and the top of the next clip. And anytime they would go to screw that in, they would break the drywall, right? So what we had to do then was we had to shim out all of our opening that have the clips in it to be flush with the clips, so that the drywall runs like this and has some backing to it. So like I said, I don't know if we go with this system again if they are installing. If we were installing, maybe, because it's work one way or the other. It's more work somewhere for us. Some could argue that you'd have to shim this anyways. You may have to shim some to get your reveals to be equal, but I don't think you'd have to shim every window that you see in the project. So now that I talked about the pain points, how we addressed that was threefold. One, you see here with the wooden shims, which are great for backing, a little longer to cut and get to the right size and pick the right shim, because there's no system really in place that has that. The second system we used was these foam pieces here. So instead of the wood, it was foam. And this is from the same system, if anyone's familiar with the wall flattening shim kit from Built with Foam. It's the same system, right? You figure out the depth that you need to close, and then you pick the color that matches the depth. If anyone's interested in that, I would go check out that product, because it's really, for tiling, it's really good. There's some nuance to that as well, but I've not found any walls in my bathrooms that are plumb and square. So having that wall flattening shim kit was helpful. And what they did was they just made longer strips. See, they're color coded as well. Same method, same approach. So that was the second approach we used. The third hybrid approach was, and I'll put in the picture here, is that we used wood shim, and then there are instances where the clip was not set at the right angle, or the frame opening wasn't quite square, and we had to shim behind it with one of these. It wasn't this thick. We used a 1/16 of an inch, and then gave it a little bit of a feather out or in, depending on where you're looking, to make that plumb with the window so that the reveals are equal or very close to equal. So in closing, more work downstream in terms of furring out all of the openings to be flush with the clips. So I don't know how that would impact other people's workflows. Other people may do all of this regardless. I think more high-end builds may shim out every window and every top, bottom, left, and right to get those reveals perfect, dead on. We can be a little bit off and not worry about it too much, but that's just kind of my experience with the Pella lifestyle windows and the steady set system. So I hope that helps some people understand the issues we ran into, and then how we overcame some of those issues with some products like this and wood shims. Thanks.